Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. I missed this when I was recording my video earlier, so it's going to be two separate videos. I do apologize. If it's any consolation, we'll be rolling in the ad revenue. Oh my god, we'll be raking it in. Ingenious. It's a ploy all along. Now, here we go. Let's take a look. We've got the Raglin and Elegaius reworks or slight buffs coming. Quite a big rework to Raglin, which is cool. She really needed it. With Raglin, this is from Plarium themselves, by the way, our primary goal was to update her abilities to align with the current meta, enhancing her role as a cleanse, healing, reviver. Starting with the healing itself, it now scales with HP. We're still keeping the attack scaling though, so you might get some impressive numbers at that one. Furthermore, her A2 ability now includes valuable buffs to empower your team's next move. As for her revive, we're adding a sweet cherry on top, reducing cooldowns of the revived ally. They'll be back from the dead and ready to fight. Let's not forget her passive, which she didn't have before, but now she does. Small yet powerful addition to her kit ensures her readiness and protects her from lockout strategies. Let's take a look here. So Raglin, don't know if they've changed her cooldowns. I will say, if we go to not buy stuff in the shop, thanks, right? If we go to Raglin, she does have a 4-turn cooldown on her debuff removal and heal, which sucks. I don't know if that's coming down. It doesn't look like it. But the debuff removal, so it's a full debuff removal, increase accuracy and increase attack, and then it heals everyone proportional to her attack and HP. So one nice thing, the increase attack buff on this is going to make her heal stronger. So that's cool. She brings it for herself. She can now be the increase attack champion for your team, which is cool. I do think for Banner Lords, you know, it sort of makes her be a potential replacement for Ursula. Whereas, you know, I run Ursula, like literally in my Banner Lords 21 hard team, which we showcased during the Michelangelo video, actually. I use Ursula over Raglin. I have Raglin. This is the live game. I don't use her because she's that bad, but I do use Ursula because increased attack, decreased attack, or other buffs. But yes, that's nice. That's a good change, actually. I like that. So increase attack on it, increase accuracy. That's cool as well. Again, useful for faction wars progression. Both very good for bombs. There's no bombs, as far as I'm aware, in Bannerlords, though. But generally, good for bombs. Though she doesn't have any turn meter boost. I don't think she's crazy fast. 104. This doesn't really fit with like a go first and bomb their stone skin strategy. But she has the buffs for it. Bit weird. I think it's just they're more good buffs to have. So yeah, we'll see. The heal should be a lot better because it scales off her HP. She brings her own increased attack. So that's cool. Her revive then used to be 75% HP full turn meter. Now it's going to be 75% HP full turn meter and decrease the cooldown of all revived ally skills by 3 turns. That's awesome. And then she's immune to block active skills and cooldown increasing effects. That is amazing. So you put her in and like at least Stone Skin. You could even do Bolster in Stone Skin, but you put her in, certainly in Stone Skin, into Arena against teams like Fabian and stuff like that. Doesn't matter. She can't have her skills increased. She will have her revive. She survives because she's in Stone Skin. Even give her reaction accessories as well. Why not? And then she can revive anybody that dies with 100% turn meter and their skills fully reset. So it doesn't matter that Fabian locked them out. She brings them back good to go. Really, really strong. So yeah, this is a great buff to Raglin. I think it gives her a powerful identity as being a champion that you put in against like block active skills and cooldown increasing champions. You go up against Jingwan, who can block active skills on you. Really annoying in faction wars. She can fight against that, which is really, really good. Yeah, she's just way better now. She's way better. So Raglin, not going to be trash anymore. Actually going to be really good. So yeah, 2 thumbs up there. That's a great change. Next up then is Elegaius. One of the more confusing champions in terms of their gender. They are female, and this also doubly confirms it. But yeah, Elegaius, I mean Gaius, you think of like Gaius Julius Caesar, you think it's a man, but no, it's a woman. It's true, but we're having some buffs. I think this is the 3rd time they've been buffed. I think they've been buffed twice before, I'm pretty sure, and they still suck. Maybe now, 3rd time lucky, right? Maybe. Now it's, which, by the way, I have to say, again, needing to buff a champion multiple times, that in itself doesn't really bother me. What does bother me is that happens when they're only buffing 1 or 2 champions at a time. That's annoying. Because you're like, we have to wait so long for the buff and then it's not enough. Whereas, if they were buffing like 6 or 7 champions every month and it's like, we have to do one of them a couple of times to make them really good, you'd be like, okay, fair enough. But hey, it is what it is. No more cryptic conditions for her A1, just a direct increased chance with an extended debuff duration. If you're lucky, keep enemies locked down for longer. We like the idea of A2 affecting more champions, but the duplicate condition, hardly useful nowadays, that's for sure. So what used to happen before was when Elegaius did her A2, you could increase the skills for a champion and any copies of that champion. So, I don't know, you're fighting like 3 Rotuses in Doom Tower, you could increase all of their skills at once. Obviously, that's not very relevant nowadays, particularly like in live arena where you cannot have duplicates. Pretty bad. So, yeah. How about applying the same effect to champions with the same affinity? Give it a try. Of course, in the current meta, you'll want to strip all buffs from a target. So there you have it. A3 ability removes all buffs. Let's take a look at the change here. Elegaius rebalance. So the A1 used to be a chance for block active skills that would increase for missing HP. Now it's just a 50-50. And that might get increased by books. Yeah, probably 60% chance. Oh, wrong one. Probably a 60% chance to place block active skills for 2 turns. That's cool. 2 turns of block active skills is really, really good. Yeah, that can stop a mythical for transforming for 2 turns. You're effectively stopping people using their move. That's actually a huge buff just by itself. It's great. Though it is just an A1, it's only an A1. But here we go. The A2, if there are any enemy champions that share the affinity, same affinity as the initial target, also puts their skills on cooldown and puts block buffs on them for 2 turns. That's great. Love that. So yeah, you put target skills on cooldown, give them block buffs, and then you do the same thing to anyone with the same affinity. So you run up against an all void team, you can do it, and so on. Still makes them kind of an awkward to use and annoying, but against some enemy defenses, you can go in and it will work. So that's cool. Obviously, if they're all different affinities, it's pretty bad. So yeah, it depends. Very, very situational, but you can do it. So that will definitely be useful to some people for sure. And there's probably going to be some waves in Faction Wars Hard where that will hard carry. And then the A3 is now AoE attack that removes all buffs. It used to be just 2 buffs. So Elegaius is certainly nothing special. You've got an AoE, full buff removal, and 20% turn meter pushback. Push them back more for every removed buff on a 4 turn. It's, it's good. It's good. AoE buff removal turn meter is fine. It's good. You've got lockout and block buffs, all on 1 affinity. You've got the block active skills. You've got some cheat death stuff. Elegaius is still not crazy. Like, they're still like a very situational champion, like probably like a C tier, super niche. You might never use them, but there might be a couple of fights where, actually Elegaius quite helpful. Yeah. So Elegaius, still nothing special, but decent and actually interesting. So there you go. I think Elegaius, I think it's a fine place to end. I think she's good enough, you don't need the buff to make every champ. I know some people feel like, a buff must make the champion the most insanely OP thing that's ever existed, and we just want relentless power creep in the game. I don't really feel that way myself, so I think it's fine. Like, she's not amazing. Like I said, I think she's still probably C tier, but in an okay spot. It's hard to really make the champion all that much better than this and have it just not be completely change the champion. I really like what they did with Raglin, though. That feels really good. She's a void legendary. She should be good. Now she will have a proper spot to be like, ooh, this champion is actually really helpful against enemy lockout champions, enemies that are trying to increase your skills. So Crixias, Fabians, Yumikos, whatever. This champion's going to be really helpful for dealing with that. And I think that's cool. There you go. Let me know what you think about these 2 rebalances. I think that's it for now. Obviously, you guys were saying that they have teased on Facebook and stuff that Fiorad is going to be rebalanced as well, but it didn't come now. So I'm guessing that might be next month. We might be seeing a Fiorad rebalance, which is good because I have him and he's really not good. His base form is actually quite solid. Base form's really good. His alternate form really sucks. And it just sucks so much. You're better off just building him as like a kind of supercharged Creodon the Blue in his base form and just build him for that and forget about doing damage or using his alternate form at all, honestly. But hey, there we go. That is all the changes. Let me know what you think of them. Raglin, Elegaius, are you excited for either one? I'm excited for Raglin. So yeah, cool, great. Raglin finally out of the, she's since I pulled her, she's been sitting in the vault. I've tried to use her a couple of times and she sucks. Finally, she'll actually be sort of useful. I can't believe it. Finally, it's finally happened. Gonna have to find a new champion to bully now in the buff these champions Plarium videos. She's the easy go-to. Have to find somebody else. Blind Seer's been buffed as well. She still kind of sucks, but she has been buffed. Man, they're buffing all the really bad ones. Who knew? I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.